Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go into Game 4 right now between Evil Geniuses and Quantic. Here we go. It's going to be Demuslim versus Naniwa. Quantic is using the big guns yet again this week with Naniwa and Demuslim. You know, I think Demuslim has a lot of fans. Naniwa has a lot of anti-fans. But
that's one way of putting it. But
you cannot deny that Naniwa probably is considered the favored in this particular matchup. Not because Demuslim is, you know, a worse player, it's just because Naniwa has had a lot of quality training over in Korea, whereas Demuslim, of course, I know he's been on and off. I know he's been training like crazy, and then he took a little bit off because I think it was an injury recently. I forgot what it was, but it was something where he couldn't play all that much. And then, of course, he's on again, and he's looking really good. Based on his stream, the Muslim stream, you should go check it out. But let's go ahead and get into it right now. Naniwa spawning in the top right-hand corner. Purple Protoss, bottom left-hand corner, we have Demuslim as the red Terran. It is PvT on Daybreak.
Yeah, exactly. On Daybreak, and let's face it, Naniwa is simply... right now, he is the best European Protoss player there is.
Wow.
And Quantic Gaming, they sent out his best player with him, and it was kind of interesting to note that we had Sasa the game before, and now the two Swedes are the last hope for Quantic Gaming. Sasa already defeating Idra, and now we have Naniwa, the second Swedish player for Quantic Gaming, who is up against EG Demuslim, and this is going to be quite the match. We have Nani with the Nexus first, and at the same time in the main base of Demuslim, we don't see any gas just yet. He's just completing his first barracks and sending out the scouting SCV. He'll see the very, very early Nexus of his opponent. He's not going for an expansion himself now. We'll probably throw down one barracks expand. So let's see how this game is going to unfold. And I think we are in for a treat, Gretorp. This should be good.
Well, it looks like Demuslim is going for some sort of bunker play. 2 SCVs. Oh, unfortunate for Demuslim. He's going to scout this out immediately. Naniwa sees the 2 extra SCVs that are moving on over to the natural. So he should know Chrono Boost on that Zealot ASAP, and a couple of probes might have to actually get out there and just deny this this bunker that is trying to be placed up.
Naniwa is losing.
Whoa.
We have double barracks in the middle of the map. Naniwa losing his probe, and as soon as the Marine kills the probe, he throws down 2 additional barracks halfway through the map.
And this is a third barracks going down.
And a third.
Wow, so
alright.
This is going to be an all-in, obviously, from Demuslim. And Naniwa, can you stop this? This is going to be 4 barracks pressure. And in my opinion, well, it's going to be really tough. Naniwa, I think, if he recognizes what's going on, identifies with this build, he will be able to stop this, but he needs to do it earlier, because right now, don't lose those probes, Naniwa.
Naniwa is trying to sneak into his opponent's base with 1 probe. He is at the ramp. He didn't realize yet where the probe is. He's able to get in, and now he sees that there is no expansion, there is no gas, so there must be something fishy going on, and Naniwa will prepare for it. And he is just the player who can pull it off, even though he started with the Nexus first. This is going to be really, really tough, but wow, this is going to be just amazing. We have 3 Marines already, 4 Marines headed the way Naniwa's base. There they are, the bunkers being built. Naniwa already has now two Zealots and 1 Stalker, and he's going in for the fight, trying to take down the SCVs and attacking the Marines. At that, this is going to be quite the battle. More Marines are being built for the Muslim. He's getting unit after unit trying to establish this bunker, but most of the Marines are already gone, and the Muslim is pulling his SCVs as well. He is going all in. You can't be any more all in than he is now. SCVs, Marines, bunker, everything thrown against the expansion of Naniwa.
There you go, the bunker has finished. But a lot of damage has already been done. Let's go ahead and look at the income tab, 24 to 21, but we have the majority of SCVs actually over here. So that's 9 SCVs. And this will deny the Nexus. But the big thing is the 4-gate follow-up. This is oftentimes Protos's like big strength after an all-in like this. you don't want to just be netting the Nexus, because actually 400 minerals, well, the Muslim lost a lot more than 400 minerals from this whole engagement. And if Naniwa cleverly actually allocates... What is it?
Gretorp, remember the probe that sneaked into the base of the Muslim?
No.
We have a pylon at the left side of the map, and the Muslim has no idea. He's now building a command center. Naniwa might lose his Nexus. He actually does. The Nexus is down right now, but the bunker is going to be attacked by the Stalkers from the high ground. He doesn't have vision. At the same time, he's warping in units at the bottom left, and there is nothing to defend against the Stalkers.
And In Control will strike again, but this time it is not TLO. It's the Muslim. This time it's not In Control, it's actually Naniwa! And
oh my god, he is just going for it, and the Muslim doesn't have anything to defend. He's trying to run back with his army. Naniwa is just completely exploiting all the weaknesses of the Muslims' build right now, and he is able to do it. He actually wins the game.
And that's going to do it. So a very nice win for Naniwa. I do have to say, I even think that, you know, if you think about all the indirect damage that the Muslim did to himself with getting the 3 extra barracks, getting or allocating all those SCVs not to mine to be aggressive, that actually added up to more than 400 minerals, which is the cost of the Nexus. The Nexus was able to pump out a couple of probes here and there. It was able to use that chrono boost, which is pretty valuable at the early game stage. So I think actually Naniwa is ahead, even though bunkers are setting up. There's a very easy way to warp in units on the low ground and just completely crumble the bunkers, knowing that your opponent really doesn't have the SCVs to stay there and repair all those bunkers. I think no matter what, Naniwa was ahead in that that particular match. The pylon inside his base was just that little extra boost that let him end it very quickly.
Yeah, the pylon was Christmas come early for Naniwa. He realized that he could just throw it down and then warp right to his opponent's main base. And the position that he found himself in, it was just also due to the fact how well he executed the first defense with the Stalker and 2 Zealots, that he was able to kill so many units of the Muslim. His micro was just insane. He did so well defending against this push. And then with the pylon in the main base of the Muslim, he warped in those Stalkers, and the Muslim just stood there and was like, oh my god, there are actually units in my main base and I don't have anything to defend. I can only use my SCVs. And with the second round of warp-ins, that ended the game, that sealed the deal. And Naniwa, he was just looking so good in this game. It was ridiculous. Even though there was a lot of pressure by the Muslim, he never crumbled under the pressure and just took the game. So we have the Swedish powerhouse tying the score for Quantic Gaming.
Yep, so we get to see an ace match, and I know, unfortunately, Khaldor, you can't actually join me for the ace. It's obviously just scheduling issues, but you can't join me for the ace, but I would have loved to have you still. Khaldor, before we actually end this between me and you, I do want to tell everybody that you can find me and Khaldor on, again, we'll be casting tomorrow, NASTL, and the Sunday match too, the Sunday Showdown match. So definitely check that out. But Khaldor, thanks for casting with me. And before we actually go forward, do you have any last shout-outs before we end this?
Well, I would actually love to cast the ace match, and I hope that whoever does will have a great time, because I think that the games that you guys are going to see are going to be epic. This clan war is just great. I have no idea who the players are going to be. I would love to see some really, well, maybe some Idra against Naniwa play. That would be quite funny, quite cool. But whoever it is going to be great, and I really hope that you guys have a great time casting it and a lot of fun.
Bring on the rage. That's what I love. That passionate love making in StarCraft. Anyway, we're going to go into our ace match. Khaldor, thanks so much. And we'll be back after this break.